on. Magic, folks.
Welcome back to Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots, Wrestling Entertainment's champions. A big return, 18 years in the making. The cleaner has arrived, and our wrestling worlds collide. Ladies and gentlemen, all of this tonight in the room where it happens. But first, let's see who's making their way to the ring.
Mischief, you heard? Let's get it, baby.
The All-Father, Old School Joe.
JP Savage here. And remember, folks, the Cookie Monster has a real name. So
we weren't going to tell you. We were not. We just letting you know facts. And that's how we go, baby. Facts. We back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. Welcome back to another edition of Heels, Hot Pops, and Chair Shots. Right? That's a lot of work.
What is that?
I heard something about beer hops in there.
Yeah, I love my beer hop.
Punjabi MC playing in the background? What's going on?
God damn it, I hate that song.
I heard some bells.
Nah, that song hitting the club.
I know I heard some bells.
Don't be foolish. Yo, don't be foolish. Yo, but you know what's disrespectful, though? If you don't sign up, subscribe, Chair Shots HPC Too Sweet on Google, Gmail, Twitter, IG, social media, you know, all those sprinkled all on there. Yes. There's so many.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for handling your businesses this week.
We're also on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube.
Where else are we?
Check those out.
MySpace, Friendster,
Black Planet.
Patreon.
Hey, shout out to Black Planet, yo. I've been in
Wow, okay, yeah, shout out to Black Planet.
So,
I don't know, what is it? Judge the
Mi gente.
jury?
Mi gente. With the Mi gente. HTML was killing it back in the day.
Local hookups.
Yo, son. HREF, yo, you get that A_HREF. You're like, what's your shit?
Oh, man.
Shit.
We are not that old. I promise, ladies and gentlemen, we are not that old. Welcome back. Yes. Yet again, I hope you guys are nice and safe, happy in your homes, all warm, because it's getting cold out there, gentlemen. I got my sweater. It's hoodie weather, no more. It's fucking about to snow.
And we hope that you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and you enjoyed our gift of a little preview of what you may find in our Patreon. We hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And in the spirit of Thanksgiving, we offer you gratitude. We thank you for tuning on. And goddamn, what took you so long?
Yo,
I need to, but you know what? After so much turkey, I need some motherfucking cardio. So what's good?
Ooh, gotta run some ropes. Let's run some ropes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with heavy hearts. We open running the ropes this week with the passing of one Pat Patterson. Old school, talk to us a minute.
Pat Patterson, a legend within this industry. Most notable for his run with the crippler Ray Stevens. They did it across the West within the Los Angeles territory as well as, I believe, in the Northeast. Obviously, he had his big run in the WWF as the inaugural Intercontinental Champion. He went on to really cement his legacy behind the scenes. His greatest contributions being the Royal Rumble and being the man that came up with the finishes. So much so that Eric Bischoff once said that one of the main reasons the E won the war was because they had Pat Patterson giving finishes, something that WCW did not have.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Now,
the secret weapon, yo.
He joins many angels up above, man. He will be missed. Gentlemen.
No, isn't it eerie that like a good portion of those legends that were in Legend House are no longer with us, man?
Yo, one by one, man.
Still around, actually.
Think about it,
one, bro.
Mean Gene,
Jimmy Hart,
Roddy Piper,
Jimmy Hart.
The list is shorter my way, for sure.
Yo, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. Yo, and I think that's what we're learning as we're in this lifestyle that we all in right now, subjected to. I mean, we're learning to appreciate, man, and appreciate the things that you have now, and that you presently can appreciate and show gratitude for, because we don't know. We don't know what's happening tomorrow, folks. We do not know. But I tell you what we do know. We do know that as sad it is to lose a legend, it's always a wonderful thing to be able to remember again, to be able to see, to hear stories about people that are beloved within the wrestling world. And we're going to have that opportunity again, folks, because as you may or may not know, The Rock is getting a TV series on NBC called Young Rock. And they've just casted the role of Andre the Giant.
Who's doing that?
Matthew Willig. And
nice.
You may remember him from movies such as Benchwarmers, where he's carrying the little person and they're eating a hot dog and stuff. He's been pretty much a goon in many, many, many movies, commercials. Yeah, he actually used to play football. And if you actually Google it, Young Rock series, you'll see the scene in particular that they showed a picture of is him carrying the Rock when he was a baby, when he was young.
He's The Rock, right?
Yeah. He's in Meet the Millers.
Yes, Meet the Millers.
Right.
I
didn't get that. Ese mismo.
Yeah. But it's just gonna be dope, it's gonna be dope to see, Andre's story a little more. It's gonna be dope to see how they commemorate The Rock's father, his grandfather. I mean, the whole family's gonna be introduced, and that bloodline is something that we still it's still involved in storylines in wrestling today. So it's gonna be a beautiful origin story of sorts. Of course, with a blockbuster twist.
Hey, put him right over us, mister.
See what we learned how to do over the break?
Figure it out, right?
Hey, eat your heart out.
It's like a coworker of yours, yo.
Yo,
that dude is huge. He could be Andre the Giant. I can see that.
Andre the Giant. Huge and giant. Speaking of the same. Huge, giant, legendary giant.
Follow us on OnlyFans.
Gentlemen, he has arrived just as winter has gotten here. So has Sting. And Sting is not just here for show. He's signed a multi-year deal, guys. He's here for the long run, I guess, at least a couple years. And he's to be utilized on a weekly basis, per Tony Khan. How do we feel? Everybody except Mischief. How do we feel?
Cody is loyal to the family, and he's bringing in everyone his old man used to run with, and the Stinger is one of the guys, right? That was one of his dad's favorite projects when he was a booker.
Guns, baby, get them all.
I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with him now. Is he gonna be Darby Allin's mentor? I mean, who's to say? Oh, what's that? I see. Oh, JP stepping up.
That 15-year Broogie, straight from DR. You know what I mean?
Broogie.
Nice.
A lot of.
Eso para los jefes.
Yeah.
I can't even.
Listen, guys. What do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to tell you? Listen, I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't admit to the fact that I was here last week.
Did you see that shit? He just went through the fucking fence like he's just like nothing.
He's a motherfucker, bro.
Fuck. Yo,
Yo,
you fucking Aquaman and shit. Like,
listen, man, I have a condition, man. How are you supposed to focus after this, bro? I'm in the middle of a fucking point.
Yo,
God damn it.
He called me Aquaman.
He said you were Jason Momoa.
No, that's not what I'm drinking. It's not a mimosa.
Aquaman's the most useless superhero. I'm sorry.
He can talk to the fish.
Yo, go back to the last 3 episodes we've had, bro. And I've been saying it every episode. No to the Undertaker and Sting. Because if you thought the Undertaker couldn't do it, neither can Sting. We already saw what happened 3 years ago, and he hasn't gotten any younger.
Isn't he like 6 years older than Taker?
I thought you'd make him look a little younger. There's wigs and shit out there, no?
But my thing is though, what are you bringing him for? What's the purpose? If you're bringing him in a mentorship role, is an Arn Anderson role, trying to get him paid, yeah, I'm cool with that. But to bring him on a multi-year contract, now we're doing a lot of WCW things. And that's not
you're
that's not
looking
a
like the
compliment.
90s right now. You're looking like the 90s.
Arn and Sting in a ring like it's 1988. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And Tully's there too.
That's right.
Remember? And they got Jake the Snake.
Not mad.
They're about to have the geriatric division. That's what's gonna happen right now. They're about to have the geriatric division, bro.
TNA had a Legends title for a while. They might actually have like a division now.
Bro, let them have their own 24/7 championship, bro. Let them go crazy. I love to see Jake snap punch at somebody. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah, but who's taking that bump?
The Legends we've had so far, they haven't disappointed though. We've loved Jake Roberts as of up until now, right? And Arn, right?
Yes, we love Jake the Roberts.
They've done no harm. Let's say that they've done no harm.
Let's be patient.
We could be that fair. Yeah.
But did you guys anticipate him coming out?
No.
Nah, not at all, man.
Yo,
son.
No,
so we don't even hear from the guy that actually likes him. So
no, because I'm letting all you idiots go. Like I'm just gonna let you.
I resent that.
Go and spew your nonsense. I actually have to agree with you guys. Sting did not look good, man. Yo, what could have been? Sting. Right, like I wanted to love it. I love it.
Mister,
and I love Tony did a great job. Tony sold the fuck out of that.
If I may just interject, and not to misconstrue, for all those who are excited by seeing Sting in AEW right now in this multi-year contract, if you think you're gonna get Roy Jones and Mike Tyson, which was actually entertaining, it's not gonna be that, folks. If you don't believe me, go to the WWE Network. Go watch that shit we had to watch between him and Seth Rollins. Yo,
that shit. That
him and Triple H. Yo, we good, yo. We good. Stop.
That was
Stop.
It was not
terrible
a match.
book. Terrible book. Tyson won that shit.
All right,
that
so
shit was Tyson's fault.
Hey, wait. When are we getting Luger? When's Luger coming in?
Oh God.
The
you
ramp
think so?
does go right to the ring. Look.
Like he could be Brian Cage's next manager.
Wow. That's, I guess. If anyone can
he has a whole machine
aspect.
He has a whole machine gimmick, right? So it works.
No.
RoboCop.
Listen, what I'm trying to say. Sting. I was hype as hell, dog. I was so hype. And then it happened. And I wanted it. Yo, we've been talking about like we wanted it to happen, right? And it was a surprise and it finally happened. Yo. But he came out
and they came out.
And I'm afraid that he's gonna wrestle. You know?
JP's gonna have a Lex Luger.
Yo, I was RoboCop. Yo.
Someone protect Arn then. You remember what happened last time?
Yo. What's your favorite kind of underwear? Depends. Yo.
Oh, man. My apologies.
Yo, I don't want him to wrestle, man, because what are we going to get out of that? I don't want that. And it looks like it's in that direction. Like, he came out in gear. Man.
Oh no, he's Randy the Ram. He's Randy the Ram.
Wow.
And I felt really bad.
And even Mickey Rourke was like, nah, dog. Nah. Listen, but I think the villain has the right idea. You know, at this point, we should have some trust in how they handle talent. They've done a pretty good job with all of the legends they've brought in thus far. Some can argue the only one that's kind of soft is Tully. But even that had a pretty dope aspect, especially when he started tossing with Arn Anderson. So let's give it a chance.
I think Tully's all right. Like I think it's good the way where it's at. Like,
I feel like Tully's
just my point.
He's like in place for when Tessa comes eventually.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Is it me or does the AEW feel like all the godfathers of wrestling are watching these young bucks now take over and move this product.
NWA Legends. Let's remember that NWA Legends. And he had the NWA title making appearances all the time in AEW, right?
All right. But listen, all that being said, I did love it. Right? Like, just inside, anytime I see Sting, it's a big pop.
Yeah.
Right? No matter what he looked like, no matter what it all looked like. If he comes in like a mentorship type thing, like just no wrestling, just don't wrestle. Be broody and dark in the background and shit.
But you know what happens if you don't wrestle?
What?
He's gonna have to get on the mic.
All those mic skills.
Well, I mean, he could like scale down the arena on a bungee cord and beat up people. He could beat up the unit.
You forgot what happened last
coming week.
You forgot what happened last time.
I mean, he always hit it fine.
hit it, right? Past tense. That was 20 years ago. That was 20 some odd years ago.
So you trying to say is we got Dark Side of the Ring season 5?
I don't. I think they're trying to avoid that season.
He's gonna miss the landing spot, like his hairline's missing the front of his face. All right, that's what's gonna happen.
It's funny because like he never moves the paint.
The paint, like, but is it one size fit all? Right? Like the stencil uses.
He's like, he won't go any further than right here where his hair used to be.
Dustin does the back of his head. You know what I'm saying? When he picks his face in some of the tutorials. And you have, I saw it, like, that's why I noticed the hairline even more, because I'm like, this used to be the front of his head?
Sting. Go bald.
He hit that shit up real good.
But, still dope moment. Still dope moment. Yeah. To get Sting, I mean, it's dope. And the fact that in today's world, right, where we have this show where we tell you shit, we find out shit behind social media, and nobody knew. That's kind of dope. That's dope. That's a dope moment.
No doubt. Sting makes it to the bump this week, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously he was the talk of the night last night. We feel our certain type of way, but we know that he's in good hands. At least I think, right? I feel they're not gonna do too much with him right off the bat. He's gonna talk next week. Let's see what he says. All that shit he did. He didn't say just that showed so much emotion in itself. That shit what made it for me.
JJ Dustin is he's 51 years old. Dustin Rhodes.
Look at that. He's only like
and he's still going
years younger.
But he's doing DDP yoga. So it's like
that shit brings you back.
Saves lives. Winter has arrived, gentlemen.
Not for nothing, folks. Something that JP Savage never thought would be the truth. Yesterday, I engaged in a session of yoga. And folks, let me tell you something.
Homo!
This shit is real.
Son.
I felt muscles I never felt.
It's true. Every time someone does yoga, the first thing, it's like a cult. They have to tell somebody about it. Just do fucking yoga. You don't have to tell everybody about you fucking doing yoga. Just do it.
Listen, I was a non-believer.
I ain't never heard him talk about push-ups or what he does on the bench.
You're reeling me in. Don't worry, JP. You're reeling me in. I'll be there.
Good sir, I will have you know that I was the third strongest person on my football team when it came to the weight room.
I know. Put up. That's what I'm saying. But before we even
225 at least 3 times. At least 3. And I haven't worked out in ages. Well, yesterday yoga.
You're really excited about that yoga.
But was that working out or was that stretching?
Nah, everything's sore, bro.
Oh shit! Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I can compare. I did some DDP yoga a while back, and I was like,
literally everything is sore.
There's your confirmation that it works. If you're sore,
well, you gotta. You're
doing something right.
You gotta start working out because winter is coming.
Ooh.
Yes. No. Winter has arrived. Ya llegó. Está frío, coño.
As the snow landed on Sting's cotton candy hair, we have this beautiful pay-per-view. So, like, is this a pay-per-view? Like, this is clearly not a pay-per-view. It's free.
I didn't pay shit, so if it's a pay-per-view, I feel bad for you.
This is what's been happening, right? I didn't even know the Winter Coming thing was happening. We got Queenie in the building.
Hey.
Yes, with the Al Bundy in the background.
Damn right. Damn right.
That's his living room, yo. Bundy used it for that. Off of him.
Fox rented it from me.
Royalty's still coming in, huh?
Damn right.
And you don't see the hand in his pants. That's the only thing you don't see.
Well, that's because we cut off right here.
Winter's Coming kind of felt like, oh, they got a pay-per-view this weekend. We got to throw something out there.
It was dope. Like. It was dope.
And it was cool. I mean, it was cool. What stood out? I
like the super powered Dynamite episodes, you know? Like, you get a little different shit than a normal Dynamite, I guess.
I mean, so let's talk about what do we get? What do we get?
Pusimo limpia. I was to my booth. I don't know if y'all want me to get into that, because that's at the end. There was a lot of shit that happened before that. So, if y'all want to cover that, because yo estoy aquí limpiando. Vayan ahí ustedes, vaya.
Pero yo, cállate, yo, bro.
Yo, this guy's mad annoying, yo. Why are you so annoying, bro?
So you finally got us.
I'm clean.
You want to talk about suck-ass Kenny Omega, bro?
Nah, go ahead. We'll save that one.
Finally got Sammy Guevara pushing MJF. Them coming to a couple. Man, you got me all fucked up, man. Come on.
Skerfuffle. They got into Skerfuffle, yeah.
This is my second warning about the ADHD, bro. My second warning.
I only remember.
After that, he's just gonna stare off into space.
Hello, darkness.
All you gotta do is play flashing lights and I'm gone, bro. I will be nowhere.
Yo, the pay-per-view was good. The show
was good.
It was free.
We got a couple title changes.
So wait, was this supposed to be like their Clash of Champions?
Sure. I kind of felt like it was they're in your house.
Okay.
That's what it kind of felt like to me.
Yeah. More of that.
Or like the Halloween Havoc, right? Most recently, their Halloween Havoc. Even though it wasn't like an old school, like, you know, it wasn't honoring any particular pay-per-view, but they pushed it like a pay-per-view, but it was free, right?
I think that they're not really like, I don't think they're purposefully chasing takeovers, right? Like, I think that
that's what it seemed like to me.
They just have like a 4 pay-per-view structure, right? Like, consider that like there's 4 pay-per-views in the year, and then they fill it with 4 more shows throughout the year, or 5 or 6 that are shows like this that are free.
And when did the promotion? And when did the promotion for Winter's Coming come out? This past weekend. I think it was on Thursday, or maybe it was on Tuesday. It was like out of nowhere almost.
Did it happen at Raw last week?
At Raw.
Raw definitely had a couple of AEW commercials, at least where I was.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
AEW commercials, yeah.
Ooh, USA's playing that with that dirty money, huh? Okay. Money talks. Money talks. Money talks. And you know what? And it wasn't it Triple H that said, you know what? Money talks. And he's willing to do business.
Money
has no. Because that's what AEW is doing right now, right? Because, like we said, you got the title changes. Who lost their strap?
Everybody.
Somebody.
Maxie.
I mean, my bad. It was Moxley.
He lost his
I always
title.
got that fucked up.
So was this their best match?
Cleaner has arrived.
It wasn't their best.
Oh, Joe, you didn't like that? You didn't like this match?
It was okay. I mean, you know, I think I'm over Kenny is what it's come for me. Like,
Are you over Kenny as you're over the Young Bucks?
Oh, I've been over the Young Bucks.
I think that whole like era is done now.
Sounds like a lot of WCW type shit.
Yeah, I feel like the fire has died down with the Bucks and the Elite. They needed to kill it. They needed to dismember them.
I mean, listen.
It feels like New Blood Rising 2020.
I didn't expect that finish. It felt kind of rushed. I don't know. It just didn't. It didn't hit home. But I understand. Like Kenny needs the belt. We've been talking about this for centuries at this point. His entrance to AEW has been lackluster at worst. At best. So he definitely needs the belt. There's conversations of this feud being the Rock Stone Cold feud, which I don't see. But
no, that's I don't know where that came from. That's crazy.
Corniest
Rock and Austin.
Can we hold on just for a second? We got to go back to this finish, the actual finish of the match.
Yo, shout out to JJ. What? She got that. That fucking microphone though, like
ass microphone. Like that's what Don Callis does. Like he gonna give you a microphone and like that's.
I'll tell you what, the microphone. It better be a pipe bomb this Tuesday, because that's the only thing I'm happy about that transpired here. Because this whole. Oh, so he wrapped things up.
You say what?
He's coming to the team. So then now all this transpires, and he just goes, "Oh, I'll tell you on Tuesday." I'm like, "You idiot! He botched that shit already. He just got here. Dynamite's on Wednesday." No, my man.
No, my mom.
See you on Tuesday. Impact. I will. Oh, espérate. We're changing the game again.
My favorite part of that whole thing was JR saying, "We got job." Like that was just such an honest, like to God, like really good, like just like yo, we got
reaction.
Yo,
and that tells you maybe they didn't even know. Nah, they got it.
I feel like they don't tell JR much anymore.
I feel though.
Shivani did a great job selling Sting, though.
Let's be honest. It's not that they don't tell JR much. It's that what JR receives. Like JR is tuning you out a lot, bro. JR has been through some things, bro.
I feel like JR is like that old guy at your job that's been there so long that they just like just sit here for like 5 years, collect your check.
Nah, but he's still you. He's still great, you know.
Until we outsource you, just stay right there. Don't move.
No. What JR is,
exactly.
He's the guy that was an excellent typewriter. You know, he was excellent on the typewriter.
Right,
and then they
exactly.
The computer, and that shit was like fuck.
No, that's not. That's a smooth transition, really. If you think about it.
I know. But these simple. Listen. The simple things that why
it was like at our job there was a guy who used to do the photocopies and he was still there, but no one used him to make photocopies.
Now he plays with drones, Joel. Now he plays with drones. Leave him alone. Shout out to our boy. You know who you are. I'm not putting you on blast.
See, JJ agrees. They didn't tell him.
They did it.
He was like, "Oh,
that was my favorite line." That was just like that shit was gold. Him going, "We got a job."
But like the real interesting part about it is Don Callis. I think he's
walking the dog, Queenie.
He's an overlooked person because he's part of the catalyst of what happened, right? Like he was the guy that got Kenny Omega with Jericho.
Yeah.
To have their big match, and that erupted into this whole little revolution, if you want to call it that we see before you.
Dude, I love the creativity here. I love it. I just the match was subpar as has been.
Hold on. Moxley versus Omega won at Full Gear. You didn't like?
No, that was good.
Yeah.
All right. That was really good. But so was this one.
So was this one. Only the only thing is it ended with the microphone that he hit him with on the floor.
That was so
whack. And it busted him out. Like
all the things. They could have literally had anything.
Yeah. Like it made that. You know what didn't help it?
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Bro, it's Don Callis, bro. It's Don Callis. He went to his old bag of tricks, just like he does with the ladies, and he gives those cheap one-liners. That's what he did with this finish.
Damn,
I mean, listen, but that's not the story. The story here is that now you have AEW working with another promotion. Yeah. Because you already had them working with NWA, had their talent coming over. You had them already working with a lot of the independent world performers that have been alumni and shooting the ish. Check out the archive, folks. Now they also bring in a third promotion, Impact Wrestling, which we love here at Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots, because they've been producing and they have been producing a quality wrestling this entire pandemic, folks. This entire pandemic. And we don't hear much nonsense happening backstage. And now they're infiltrating AEW. We'll find out on Tuesday to what degree. Folks, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Yo, AEW is playing Game of Thrones right now. This is what you don't understand. And Vince McMahon is Cersei, bro. Like,
there's a match. There's a match with the Motor City Machine Guns in the North, and I just feel like FTR are gonna pop up in there somehow.
Hi,
and I am here for it.
Fucking imagine. Stop, old school.
So my
it's like you're mentioning some kind of inter-promotional fuck fest of some sorts. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you're getting me excited here.
I like it, but the thing is, you have to think about. We've talked about the Impact Women's roster being one of the top rosters, right, in professional wrestling.
Yep.
Them coming into AEW, which is what they needed. That's going to be interesting to see. But also remember, folks, as I said, Triple H was asked this question recently because of this. Is he willing to do business with other promotions? Business talks. They're willing to this is Game of Thrones. And AEW is being very smart and understanding that it's going to take a community.
AEW, that's a great point, JP. It's going to take a community to take down the Giant. Right? And honestly,
the alliance to end Hulkamania.
I don't think the goal is to end the Giant. Like, I don't think wrestling is better off ending WWE. I just think that presenting some equality in the playing field, right, if you will.
It's not so much to end them as it is to compete with them.
Right, like on a closer level.
Right.
Right. So I think that this is genius, not because of that. This is genius because it helps expand the wrestling base.
Vince don't share, JJ.
Buzz, right? You've got this company that's working with Shaq now, right? Who works with the NBA and is a tremendous babyface in his own life in the way he carries himself.
And it's tied to 150 companies.
Yes. Right? So business-wise, bam, eyeballs, bam.
He's the face of Papa John's.
You do this while you're also running this inter-promotional fuck fest, if you will, right, Vic? So you've got Thunder Rosa coming over with NWA and their friendships that they've had, and now you've got, son, this is exciting to see. And when's the last time we've really ever been excited about wrestling like this? Think about that. We haven't had surprises in a very long time. And here we are. We're talking about interpromotional shit. Like even Triple H had to address it because that shit is real. Let me tell you a little history lesson, my friends, about the War of Spanish Succession. And the War of Spanish Succession, the French throne tried to
how to
with
do
the
this.
Spanish throne. And when they did that, all of Europe came down on them, right? Basically fucking their whole shit up. That ruined France forever. France from being number one. And it made Great Britain on pace to be number one, right? Here it is. This is the War of Spanish Succession. If we can get these thrones to unite, we can get AEW and Impact and NWA and start building a larger playing field that way. That's how you win. It's fragile, right? Shit could get all fucked up. We got NJPW in the mix, right? Moxley, is he going to Wrestle Kingdom? Is he not going to Wrestle Kingdom? Right? That's all up in the air. So all of
Renee's
that.
pregnant.
Think about, even absent of Renee being pregnant, right? Tony Khan said he's not going to go. to NJPW. He said he's not. Now, storyline, Moxley could be like, fuck you, I'm going if you don't do something about your EVP fucking me on this title match. Right?
Fact.
And he could just, bam, I'm doing it anyway because Moxley, suck it.
Or you have Kenta, who has the title shot against Moxley, take a plane ride over to Jacksonville and show up on Dynamite saying, if you're going to duck me, I'm going to come find you.
That's a lot harder than you think to be able to pull that off these days.
Is it?
These days.
With international flights being canceled still and all that.
Well, I mean, listen, it's going to be a 2-week delay, but it can happen.
I'm all for it, man. I'm here for this, man. This collaboration of the promotions. Yo, they're gonna need something to draw attention. And to be honest, it's money. It's all gold, man. We're winning here. We're gonna be the winners out of all this shit.
I have to give credit to All Elite Wrestling for really being willing to take risks and fail. Right? Like
government.
I feel like they're making moves that the E would
never
make. Because it's too they're conservative, right? And AEW is kind of like, yo, we're in here. Why not? Let's give it a shot. Don't work. Let's go another route, right? And thus far, it's working.
The difference I think that you'll see, the E does work with promotions, and I think that's something people either don't realize or they choose to ignore. Like there's
to ignore it willfully.
There's a handful of promotions in Europe that they work with. They worked with Evolved, but I think they work with them to the point of, all right, sooner or later we'll pull the trigger and we'll buy them, like they did with Evolve.
OVW,
I figure at some point Progress will become NXT. I mean, it already is NXT UK, really, but
it makes sense. It makes sense. Hunter said it himself. They're in the long game, the long run business.
Not only that,
but AEW is doing partnerships. They're not looking to conquer.
But remember also that the E also has talent from all over coming as extras and stuff like that. That's always been something they've done. This is why if you go on social media, any up and coming stars, you'll see pictures. They've been invited at some point to NXT or to WWE if they've made some noise, so they can get a feel of what it's like. And that's smart because that's planting seeds, right? And also giving exposure of what the feel is like for the bigger stage, right? So, yes, the E definitely does that. But like you said, old school, we're talking about partnerships.
Right.
Between two promotions. Right? That's a whole different situation.
Right.
And now we haven't seen this before. We saw this recently with NJPW and Ring of Honor.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't go so well.
Well,
they've had bangers back in the day.
Yeah, I was gonna say we say it based on the Super Show, right? But before that, they had a very long-standing relationship, and they were able to perform bangers through that.
Right.
Eventually, it got to the point where I think what happened was when ROH started to realize that New Japan. It's no longer a partnership of, hey, whenever we come here, we'll work with you, and whenever you come over there, you work with us. When they realize, hey, you guys are coming here and trying to get in on our turf, that's when we had this lackluster event. It could be something we see with the AEW, right? Like we're talking a lot of stuff, but right now, Impact is all Canada, right? It's not like they're anywhere else. Right. And AEW is down south. So what happens when these two actually come into play, when they overlap each other?
I think they both. Obviously, I think Impact has the most to gain from this collaboration.
For sure.
I want to talk about that. Yeah, who's got the most to gain from this?
I think like Impact because I would argue that Impact has so much talent on the roster. This would be an excellent opportunity for exposure. Is specifically in the areas that AEW is lacking, right? And we're talking specifically the women's division.
Oh, yeah.
You put somebody like Jordan Grace on there, Deanna Purrazzo. Come on now.
Yo,
Taya
that
Valkyrie,
is
who right now doesn't have much going on in Impact. You put Taya Valkyrie in there with the dentist, bro. Like,
Nah, I don't want to see Taya Valkyrie.
I didn't even think of the knockouts,
I'm
man.
just saying, who needs the most help?
Thunder Rosa and Taya Valkyrie.
Yes.
I want to see that match. Has that match ever happened?
Again?
I think that happened in Lucha. Yeah.
Lucha Underground, I think.
I gotta go back and watch it. I didn't see it.
That might be fun.
But I feel like I might have.
Hold on, can we grapple theater that?
Heck yeah.
I'm down.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, stay tuned.
Thunder Rosa, Taya Valkyrie. But that's a great matchup, right? You said Britt Baker and Taya. I don't know.
I was thinking of who needs the most help right now in AEW, right?
The women's division, by hands down.
But as far as like performers in the women's division, I thought Britt Baker immediately. I don't know.
Jordan Grace has a thread of her dream matches between Impact and AEW. So I'm gonna pick that up. Yes.
Really?
I didn't think of that now, cause that's a hell of a point, JP. That women's division now saved, I think.
But is it like WWE and ECW? Oh.
First one.
What, like overlapping?
Abaddon versus Su Yung.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
nice matchup. What?
That's a nice match.
That's like a turn on that you feel weird about afterwards.
Young Bucks versus the North.
Yeah.
FTR the North as well.
Wardlow versus Rhino.
Yeah, I guess.
Wardlow versus Rhino, you said?
MJF.
Yeah. You said versus Rhino?
Yeah. All right. Big Swole versus Tasha Steelz.
That'd be a banger.
Like that.
Orange Cassidy versus Johnny Swinger.
Oh, I can see that. That'd be funny.
Serena D versus Deonna Purrazzo.
Yes.
Okay.
Joey Janela versus Chris Bay. Our boy Chris Bay shooting it.
Hey. Janela and Chris Bay.
What about Janela and Cassidy?
Okay. How about Bay and this guy from SCU
Scorpio.
That would be a banger.
We got Janela is an AW. How about Callahan versus the coffin dude?
Undertaker?
Darby
Allin.
I don't know about that. I feel like that's a slaughter.
I'd like to see Archer and Callahan go at it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'd like to see Eddie Edwards go against Archer. Just for that, like, crazy guy who thinks he's super tough versus a monster.
I hear that.
It probably be more like a Crash Holly situation, but I think I'd still be amused by it.
How about Darby and TJP?
Ooh, that's nice. That would be nice. How about Moose versus Luke Harper?
Yeah, Luke Harper is definitely
Brody Lee.
Fucking fight.
Brody Lee.
Awesome.
Yes,
fuck.
sir.
That guy.
Jesus.
How about Jeff Cobb? Where's Jeff Cobb at? Is Jeff
Shit,
Cobb still
I
free?
forgot about that.
Jeff Cobb's NJPW, now, isn't he?
NJ, yeah.
So let's bring others into this. How great would a Jeff Cobb, Wardlow, and or Rusev / Miro be?
Oh.
Man, you had me at Jeff Cobb and Wardlow already.
Orange and TJP.
And I raise you an unrestricted Big E Langston coming out.
Oh my god!
Since we can throw anybody in there.
That's nice.
Oh.
I'll throw in my autograph card.
What about a Leo Rush versus Chris Bay?
Leo Rush.
What? Leo Rush it is now in wait.
NJP.
MLW.
He's doing MLW, NJP, W. He's doing the.
Is he doing Janela stuff too? He's working with Janela a lot.
Or ACH.
Oh, ACH. I mean, he has some, he needs to still be disappeared for a while. But what this all makes me realize is how excited I am for this weekend, because this weekend we get to have the blessing of another potentially phenomenal War Games.
Oh, War Games!
And
said it. He
you know,
said it.
we're talking about how Impact Wrestling can really help drive AEW's women's division, right? Because of their roster. We had a wonderful war game set up in the women's division in NXT. The teams are great, guys. Like, there's about to be magic happening. And I'm not just talking about what you saw on the Twitter sphere about Shotzi Blackheart this week. I'm talking about the match that's going to take place, the advantage that they have in the match.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that?
That was a pop of the week.
I certainly popped.
All right,
Go pop.
You don't know what we're talking
Time
about.
we have for you folks. I gotta go.
Didn't have a thing before.
I
Good Lord, no.
forgot.
Trip Cassidy, we love you. I'm sorry. But guys, I love war games. I think war games is the best way to settle any blood feud, any like group activity that got wrong, right? Like if I had a
Any group project that ended poorly.
I set up a war games of projects. You know what I mean? Like figure it out.
This orgy really pissed me off.
But you know, we have women in NXT about to go at it. What if you were to throw the women from other promotions into this war games? What 4 women would you throw in there? Talk to me about Impact. Talk to me about AEW.
Can they come from anywhere, or they like specific?
Come from anywhere.
I need 4 from one promotion. It gotta be from a promotion.
They gotta be from one promotion.
The team has to represent the promotion, right?
Gotcha.
Yes, I need a team. I need a team for the promotion. You bring it to the table.
Don't start double dipping and take Taya and put her in the same ring with Candice LeRae now and shit. Those days are over.
Nah, I wouldn't even put Candice LeRae in this war game, baby.
Okay, so wait. So let's be respectful and let's start with NXT. Who are the 4 women that should be there for NXT? Because we have 8 in this match. Who are the 4?
Candice LeRae has to be in that match, I think.
Dakota Kai.
No.
These are hella performers. Listen, you need your Shawn Michaels in these type of matches. And these 2 women in particular are. They're hella performers. That's 3.
And Raquel. You need a Haas. You need a Haas.
You need Rhea Ripley.
You need a Haas. You put Rhea Ripley. You put Rhea Ripley if you need
Rhea
a Haas.
for sure.
I think Raquel is more of a beast.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she's there yet.
I mean, to be honest,
she's
an
kind
of like the untold joke, right? Like the when they say Haas now, technically they mean wrestler that isn't too athletic, right?
No, I always take it to mean a powerhouse.
Right? No, I know.
Like they're
but I'm just saying technically, by
definition,
right? Right.
Yo, but Jordan. Oh, well, I was like, Jordan Grace is on my team. Jordan Grace is on my team. That's my pick.
I mean, the only name that feels wrong to leave out of this contribution is Toni Storm.
Yeah.
But I have to leave her out based on the lack of what we've seen this year, right? So if I had to pick those 4, I think those 4 are great. Rhea Ripley, you have Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Io Shirai. Those are 4 women right there that pretty high mantle. Who you got? Are we including Raw and SmackDown?
Let's do it.
Nah.
So, Raw and SmackDown as one team. Let's put WWE as one
main roster team.
Yeah, 4 horsemen. Yeah, the 4 horsewomen. So, that's it. We done here.
Well, Becky's
done here,
right? She's not fucking wrestling tomorrow.
Let's say pretend she's
not. It's
not.
a fantasy booking.
It's a fantasy. Yeah.
All right,
I'm fantasy booking with all 4 horsewomen in my fantasy. Where have I said this before?
I would put Bianca Belair in Becky's place because she's not there.
Nah, she's not on that tier for me to put them with those girls.
You're not gonna put Shayna Baszler inside a cage.
I think it's disrespectful to them.
She is the Lance Archer of women's division. Everyone dies.
Listen.
Everybody dies.
Max plays. Size plays a role in this match.
I won't allow Lance Archer slander in this situation. I didn't know where you were going.
So what about?
No. I would never disrespect Lance like that. I'm just saying it's
you get murdered.
Just.
JP,
she's the Sid Vicious of War Games. If we were to put her in.
Okay.
Like, have you ever seen?
His leg.
Nah, not that part.
No. We're like, he almost killed Brian Pillman by smacking his head into the cage and then dropping him.
Oh shit, my bad.
Do you know why he almost killed Brian Pillman? Because he's 5'4", soaking wet with a bag of bricks on his head, bro.
Yo, why has he got a bag of bricks on his head? How about fucking
Canadian.
Jeff Hardy? Boy, how about Jeff Hardy dying? He's just like, yo, I'm gonna swanton this steel step.
Folks, yo, call me the wrestling world's Walter Mercado, bro. Like,
what up, the wrestling
I told
world?
you this shit. When Matt got hurt the last time, I said this shit. We said it here, folks. We don't lie to you. We told him to stop. We said, Matt, stop. Stop. You got kids. You got Remy Sky.
That man's got a family.
He got a family.
And while we were on that subject, we said, yo, Jeff, why you at it? Stop too. Stop. Everybody stop. And they don't listen. And look at what. He didn't listen to the stands when he hit it either.
Hey, he wasn't listening to much, my guy.
He trying to keep it true to his theme song, the no more words, because he won't be able to say them after you get caught in the brainstem like that. You can't say nothing.
Jeff has to stop being a high flyer, bro. He needs to turn into Tommy Dreamer.
Those motherfuckers need to be careful. They don't get into a position where they can't wipe their own ass. Is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
oh no, you saying he's gonna become? Is he this generation's Dynamite Kid?
Oh my God.
Where he's gonna wrestle himself into a wheelchair in an estate house.
I don't know. Oh man, damn! Don't put that in the universe.
Yo, you heard about Jimmy Rave? He had his arm amputated.
Oh,
crazy. Yes, man.
Dude, can I speak on Jimmy Rave for just a quick second? This is a guy who was an early part of ROH. Was an amazing wrestler. I thought he did great in TNA. I wish they had done more with him. Once again, it's one of those deals where because of his size, like had he come like 5-6 years down the line, he'd be a star.
Facts. It was ahead of his time.
But he's also the guy that this generation looks up to and took advice from. So I think there's definitely roles for him in the back.
For sure.
It's sad that it ended the way it did, but
but he's still alive,
man.
folks. He's still alive,
love, man.
Listen, it's an appendage. He's still alive. That's the biggest. His life has changed forever, but he's still here with us, right? And what we talked about before, as far as gratitude and having appreciation for what we still have in front of us, that's one of those examples, right? It could have been a story where we lost him, and that's not the case yet. He's still here. He can still leave an impact in his business. He can still leave an impact in this world. So he's still good. He's blessed, folks. He's blessed.
Yo, JP with the baby face promo, yo.
I'm just saying, because listen, it wasn't Matt's fault, JJ, that he got hurt. I know it was Sammy's fault. My point is, he should stop. He's got 3 boys.
He old enough to know not to put himself up there.
He should be focused in the next 18 years in training those 3 boys to be the next faction. That's what he should be focused on.
They're already doing that, man.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he shouldn't be taking bumps. Stop it. Like, I'm afraid we're going to continue losing brilliant minds because we can't find alternative ways to utilize their talent.
Did we find we figure out the women's thing?
Yeah, what's up with the women's division?
Because I got these Impact women. Yo, you got Jordan Grace. I'm putting Tennille Dashwood. I've been thinking about Tennille Dashwood this whole time. Like,
yo, but it has nothing to do with her wrestling.
Yeah, I feel like that's not wrestling.
Doesn't matter. Listen, I've been thinking about Tennille Dashwood this whole time. She needs to be selected, and that's that.
Yeah, Deanna. Taya.
Deanna. Okay, Deanna.
Because I know Taya can go. Is Tenille the fourth? Give me somebody else. Su Yung?
Su Yung, yeah.
Rosemary.
Rosemary? That's a veteran, a wily veteran.
She like the taker of the women's division.
Havoc,
Death Machine.
Your body?
Havoc,
like,
yes.
Remember, this is a cage, folks. It's a war game. You need size.
You gotta have Rhea Ripley in there.
Having size on your team pays dividends. But Jordan Grace is size. But Jordan Grace is size.
What happened? Old school. What the fuck were you gonna say, bro?
No, I'm trying to think. Like, can I do a Team NWA even though none of them are there anymore?
Yeah, they're all by all means.
They're all like AEW probably by now. But Thunder Rosa, Sienna or Allison Kay, Marty Bell.
Yep.
And then she's supposedly going to the E, though no one has seen her in like a couple of months now. Melina.
Isn't that all of them?
That's their entire division. That's no longer there. They still got Camille.
They got you.
Yeah, you know what? Scratch Melina, put Camille in there.
Camille.
Powerhouse. And after placing in a bodybuilding competition.
Dios mío.
Nah, we can skip Camille.
No!
Hey, she's a powerhouse. She's the powerhouse.
Yeah, all right, cool. She looks like a powerhouse, but like, let's put.
She did a hell of a spear that one time that she came out and speared that girl.
When she speared Tim Storm.
But that
Did you just call Tim Storm a girl, by the way? The former NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
She never said a word either because that was her gimmick.
Camille. That was her gimmick for like 7 months. 7 months.
And he said something, and then we never said something.
But no, you gotta remember, we didn't say who were the best 4 wrestlers you have. We said who are the four women you put in the team for War Games.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Right. Yeah, Camille could like go.
So you need a powerhouse. And Camille is that powerhouse for NWA, right? Cool.
Thunder Rosa is the powerhouse. She's a firecracker.
Thunder Rosa is the best wrestler.
I hear that.
She's the ace.
She's the shooter.
He is the ace.
Right?
I hate that.
So who's ace?
What other promotions we got?
So we didn't. Then you took all of AEW's people. So I would have put Thunder Rosa on AEW. Right?
No,
Britt Baker, I guess.
Britt Baker, you have to put in there. Nia Rose.
Nia Rose, yeah.
I think that's all the promotions there.
Who's the?
And I also think we need to cover some heels, pops, and chair shots because it's estamos tarde.
¿Cómo que así?
Para los heels.
So who's our heels, pops, and chair shots of the week, folks? These are the heels, the best heels, the biggest pops moments, and the chair shots, the duds of the week. Who's your heels, guys?
Shotzi Blackheart, the pop of the week. No.
All right.
My pop of the week was Drew McIntyre and Roman fucking Reigns, ladies and gentlemen. Because let's not forget. Wow. Yeah, pop. I'm gonna do my pop. Because my pop of the week was so damn big. So many forgot. Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen. Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre. And then on top of that, while you guys were busy, tuning in on Wednesdays and worrying about what the new era's bringing in and, all these new wrestling promotions, WWE has been proving to you that they putting on the bangers that they normally are known for, right? The classic bangers. Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns is going to stand out. Let me tell you, this is going to be the match that put Drew on the map. I think that was my pop of the week, though.
Well, my pop of the week is definitely Shotzi Blackheart.
It's a different type of pop of the week.
What was your and my other pop of the week?
I'm still popping.
You said Shotzi Blackheart. When I saw the next link.
That pop makes me sleepy.
I have another appreciation for hearts. That's all I'm gonna say. If I wasn't infatuated before, god damn it, now. But no, a pop of the week for me is the opportunity that Revolution will bring us.
Oh man,
AEW Revolution. We're talking about these collaborations We're talking about finding out what the next step is on Tuesday. Revolution is looking up, folks. Revolution looks like it might be a banger. And remember, Revolution is the response to Rumble, isn't it? Isn't it the response to Rumble?
Is it?
It's after Rumble, I believe.
January. Yeah, I think that's January's Rumble.
So looking forward to see what we're gonna get. That's my pop.
My pop.
It's Shotzi Blackheart.
Sting, dog. It's Sting.
No, it's not.
First it was Shotzi Blackheart, and then it was Sting.
We all
it
have
was
to
like
start with that
real
pop.
close. It was like real close. Sting, like that was such a moment as a fan of Sting, like to not have known it was, or like we all kind of knew it was coming. I think we all hoped it was coming, but then for it to like happen the way it happened without like really hearing what you usually hear, like it was kept. Cody's doing a really good job of running the business in a very like familial kind of way. You guys kind of alluded to it before, and where like you treat the veterans good, right? Like you keep everybody, like you keep the brothers around, right? Do that with the wrestling companies, right? Be homies with everybody, right? Keep everybody in good graces, right? Build good karma, good relationships, blah blah blah. And this is a step in the right direction. So it was not just Sting being there, but much to JP's point, like what it represents, and like how wrestling is fun, man. This shit is fun as hell when it's done right, and it's not like worth complaining about. You know what I'm saying?
That leads me to my pop, which was the appearance of
Blackheart.
Well, yeah, I mean that was my pop, and then I took a nap, and then I watched the wrestling. And then I watched the wrestling. Don Callis appeared on my TV screen, but not an Impact in AEW. And that set up good things for me. That got me really excited because I'm like, we're gonna see crossovers.
The microphone.
Yeah, well, I mean the microphone. That's my chair shot, unfortunately.
Jeff Hardy was my chair shot.
Shout out to Puke to Go 13.
Stair shot.
There was a lot of good wrestling this week. AEW Impact, Best of Super Juniors. MLW, guys, if you have not checked it out, make sure to go check out MLW The Restart. You will not be sorry.
Yes,
you will not be sorry.
Yo, oh my God, you just reminded me. MLW is a collaboration I want to see with AEW. Think about Alexander.
Time Selena, please.
Hammerstone, right? Selena De La Renta, like speaking her truth right on that mic.
Well.
We all gonna act like Contra not there? Like we don't want to see the Simone werewolf?
You'd have to see Contra. I mean, like MLW has some talent that would be very interesting to sprinkle in AEW. But who's to say that the collaboration that's gonna happen is between MLW and Impact?
Ooh. I can see that.
Just saying.
Intriguing.
Impact is making moves as well, folks.
Who will be that brand that joins and collaborates with another brand?
But
Tune in next week.
What I will tell you guys is to make sure to check out our pre-show for War Games happening this Sunday. War Games pre-show. The most exciting day of the year. Tune in, folks. You already know.
And that's all the damn time we have for you folks this week. Thanks for joining us on Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots. We'll see you next week. JP,
PCF, we love you.
Love to the bad guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being on tonight. Make sure to subscribe and like Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots on YouTube. HPC2 Sweet on Instagram and Twitter, on Facebook. Mi Gente Black Planet, Mi Gente Black Planet. Wherever you want, here we got it. Make sure to go through our archives. Make sure to take care of our Patreon. Guys, you want to be entertained? Tune in. You're welcome.
Now let me